Black girl stuff.
Have y'all ever been like scared to check a friend or to have an uncomfortable conversation?
I definitely have been. I feel like with me and my friends, like we may have little riffs here and there and it doesn't really require a big all out conversation. We kind of get it and move on. But recently I had a conversation with a friend and it was weird and uncomfortable for me because it's not like there was an incident. You know, it's different when something happens and you're like, listen girl, like this was a problem. Or they say that to me, but it was more so like, I felt like my friend could be doing more as a friend overall. And that was a very uncomfortable conversation for me to even set up having because I'm like, it required me to ask myself, what do I even need? And why do I feel this energy that's different and that I want to be more? And like really having to like be vulnerable and say, hey, I'm missing this out of our friendship. I think we can get there. What's up?
So you were holding her accountable to the type of friend that you needed her to be for you.
For me.
Yeah, that's big. I think that you have to do that because in any type of relationship, whether it's friendship or romantic relationships, people don't know what you need or what your expectations or standards are unless you communicate them. So that's big of you.
Me personally, I'm gonna say no for two reasons. One, because friendship is not about peace, it's about unity, and that's super important. We have to be able to hold our friends accountable as well as ourselves when we're dealing with people. And then also, I think it's just super important to like let people know their truths and also your truth. So I feel like friendship is about having open communication and being able to be yourself. So when you tell someone about themselves, it's because I love you. So I'm checking on you, I'm caring about you. So that's the way that I look about that.
I agree. But sometimes like what I do when I have definitely had to have uncomfortable conversations with my friends, I try to set it up with letting them know, like making sure one, timing is right. Because I used to be very impulsive, like, well, this on my mind, so I gotta let you know what's up. But I realized that my goal is to be heard. So I need to make sure that you're in the right space to even hear me. So I do a mental check-in with them, try to feel out their energy, see if this is the right time. Are we in the right space? Are we alone or private in this place where we can have this conversation? Then I'd be like, hey, I need to really talk to you. I've been kind of, you know, tiptoeing around this or hesitant to have this conversation because I know it might be sensitive, but I'm that friend that's gonna always hold my friend accountable, especially to the promises that you made yourself. So if you've been saying on the phone, oh, I need to lose this weight, I need to lose this weight, I need to lose this weight, and then you talking about let's go eat, I'm gonna be like, no, you the one I need to lose this weight.
I love how you set that up about like them being able to receive, because everybody, of course, like as friends, you shouldn't always agree. No. You should be able, and the only thing that makes it uncomfortable is that you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you don't want your friend walking around with a boogie in her nose either. So it's like, I gotta tell you or you're gonna be out here looking bad. But what makes it uncomfortable is some people can't handle the truth. So if you like you just said, if they can't receive it, then you're not gonna be able to handle it, and that's what may cause the fallout. And if you do fall out with a friend, that makes you just question the whole friendship.
Because if I can't be real with you, if I can't be real with you, then are we really friends? You know, but we gotta hold that mirror up because sometimes life be giving us that draw uno reverse. And you know, we have to look in the mirror. So can your friends check you, and what does that look like? Or have you ever had a situation where a friend had to check you?
They better check me. I'm gonna go to the person who keep it real every time.
No yes men.
Black women are no longer keeping quiet for the comfort of others. And when the world tries to tell you to shut up and act like a lady, don't worry, we got you, sis. Because at Black Girl Stuff, every Black girl has a voice.
So yeah, looking back at the experiences that Angel Reese and Sha'Carri had, and now Coco Gauff at the US Open, why do you think that Black female athletes face more criticism than their counterparts when advocating for themselves?
I think, guys, we are under a spotlight that a lot of people aren't under. I think that we are the example, whether that be good or bad, and I think that we assume everything that goes with that role of being an example. And I'm sure you ladies, all successful, talented women, know what it's like to feel like a role model, to feel like you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, to feel like your experiences are public fodder. And that's what these women are talking about. They're talking about feeling like the spotlight is on them and they're judged at standards that aren't necessarily fair, that other women don't get judged at. And what I would even dare to say, that white women don't get compared to the same standards.
Facts. I was going to say, Kennedy, like as a white woman, you get to live your life free of just representing yourself. But as a black woman, every single time I enter a job interview or a competition, I have to represent every single black woman in my entire black race. And also to add to that, it's also the patriarchy. Like men are allowed to be aggressive and be passionate and talk shit when they play sports. That's what makes it competitive and fun, and they're really in the game. But when women do it, it's looked at as less ladylike, or you're
not
a black,
classy.
not classy, or ghetto. Like Angel Reese said, she was called ghetto just for simply saying, "Hey, you can't see me because you can't see me."
And that's John Cena.
Yeah.
A white man who did that.
It's almost
white
like
man.
men are saying we can't say that we're great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like if we say we're great, we're cocky, or we're boasting or whatever. But no, this is a part of sports. I'm supposed to get in your head. When you're on a basketball court, they have mics and they're talking. They're talking shit to each other because if I get in your head mentally, I may throw you off in your game. And that's all a part of
sports.
It's levels to that though, because I do agree that I think especially as black women, we are on this tightrope. Like what did that author said, you can have ambition but not too much. And I think that a lot of people here, especially, the problem is they see it, you're almost doing you're going overboard. And I feel like especially for black women, their femininity is being tested when you play sports. And especially when you're playing at the top of your game, you're looked at as, I would say, less of a woman than, other women or white women, et cetera, they can be great because they don't have the challenge or face the challenge of not being ever seen as not feminine.
The best example that I know of recently was with Coco Gauff when she basically pulled up to the umpire like, listen, I don't care what she does on her serve, on mine, she got to get it right. And I feel like when you stand up for yourself, that's not cockiness. That is confidence, and you should stand in that and believe in yourself. And that's what these women are doing, and I don't think that's a cocky thing.
Let's go deeper though. It's also about our tone. As black women, if we reach a certain tone, then we're being aggressive. But we're not being aggressive. It's just we have swag, it's how we talk. We may do like this. You may want to do a dance with yours. Whatever it is, it's just whatever we do is now angry black woman because our tone. They may say it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But it's like anything, it's almost like we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
No, because you better back it up. And my thing is there is such a thing as cockiness, even in sports. It's not just, this is a part of the game, I'm trying to get in your mental. You can be rude on the field, and I feel like that needs to be checked. There's a limit. And I think with some of these examples, some folks, yes, they're about it, whatever else, but with others, no, you needed to be humbled. And I think that's a Sha'Carri situation. It's not that she was just, trash talking, which I think is fine. But, she didn't, congratulate the winners after she lost to the Jamaicans, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, et cetera. And she needed to be humbled. And I think there's a difference. It's not like the world should have been bashing on her the extent that they did. I think that was messed up. But there was some truth there. There was some truth there.
I agree with you, Akilah, but I also think that it is like the world's mission to humble black women.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they don't want us to be confident in ourselves. They don't want us to be self-assured. They don't want us to believe that they're the best. I think that it benefits other people for us to be like, you know what, I'm gonna play down my greatness because it makes other people uncomfortable. And I feel like so many black women relate to feeling like they can't step into spaces and be their full selves because people are like, will place a value judgment and be like, she's not humble. She's not down to earth. She doesn't know who she really, no, she knows who she is and she's stepping into her power. And I want more black women to feel empowered to step into that, regardless of what anyone's gonna say.
The difference is you can step into that, I think, when you win. Sha'Carri now redeemed herself and said, listen, the world had their back on me, and now look. And I think you have to make success make the noise a little bit. And I think what the problem is a lot of people want to talk before they do, and that's when you mess up.
Black women everywhere are attacked every day for just speaking their minds. Do you guys have instances or situations where, your identity was attacked just for you standing up for yourself, or you were judged unfairly or held to a double standard which you didn't feel like applied?
Yeah, I feel like as a black woman, I'm really not allowed to not be okay. Like Simone Biles said, there's never been a time where I could properly say like, hey, I'm not okay, and it be okay. I think that people look at you and they judge based off of like, one, you're a black woman, so you should be strong enough to endure whatever. Two, you have a roof over your head, or your social status at a certain point. And I know that a lot of these athletes face the same things. Like, okay, you're an athlete, you're successful in this area,
You're
so
rich. Why do you have
should
that?
be okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, as black women, I think that no matter, we are faced with so much inadvertently and subconsciously. Like, we don't even understand how many battles that we're fighting on a daily. And I think that it's such a struggle to not be able to say, hey, I'm not okay.
I need help.
I need help.
Yeah.
So
So
when
it's
you
a struggle.
I was about to say, like, you know, I think what you're saying is real, and I think we're all experiencing that. And even you saying it, I feel you, I see you, and
Thank you
if
for
you
saying
and
that,
thank
Brie.
you. Like, so when you say you're not okay, I think it's the job for your sisters to then step in and like, I can't see when people cry.
Be there for you.
You know, to step in and say, we hear you. And I think also to give you the platform, if you need to say more about why you're not okay and you feel comfortable, like, we're here to listen.
And I think that's important because when we reach a crisis point in our life, that's when people want to pay attention and break us down even more. If you need help, you have to tell your sisters, you have to tell your people, I need help. And the people that love you will be there for you and support you. Even when it comes to our athletes, you have to find people in your corner, in your tribe, that will take care of you internally. Because the outside does not matter. What you have, what you look like, all that shit, at the end of the day, when it's washed away, nobody sees it. And so always feel like you have a sister in us.
That's it.
Yeah, and thank you, Bree, for being vulnerable enough with us to say, you know what, guys, I'm not okay.
I need a moment.
And
We got you, sis.
I'm holding it together for y'all for this, but you know what? We got you, and we'll hold it together for you. Like, I want you to know you have a place to lean. You have a crutch. You have a shoulder to cry on. Like, we're gonna be here for you regardless.
Yes.
That's real black girl stuff.
That is real black girl stuff.